Hey everybody, what is going on, and welcome to Call of Duty World War II. Before we get started, I should mention this is not a sponsored video. I feel like nowadays I need to mention that because any other content that I post, people seem to think of it differently than it. Let's just move on. This video isn't something new because Call of Duty World War II has been posted for at least 3 months. However, the beta is now available for PC. If you guys want to try it out, it's available on Steam. Beta is only there for a few more days, so give it a go. It's 14 gigs and it runs pretty smooth. Some people might be thinking right now, why this game? If you've been around my channel for a while, you'll know that Activision actually striked my channel. If you haven't and you're wondering why, it's because of this video right here, which shows me playing Black Ops 2 less than 24 hours from the release, and I found a cheater. I was disappointed that there were hacks available on release for the game, and I made a video about it. And back then I had 24,000 subscribers and my videos were averaging about 6,000 to 7,000 views per video. However, this video ended up getting about 60,000 views in like 2 hours, which for me was something that never happened before, and a lot of these gaming news websites started picking it up and posting it within minutes. Quickly, there was a meeting in Activision and they were like, how do we fix this? The suggestions they had were not very good. One brave employee said to patch the game. The boss thought about it for a second and then he didn't, and so they gave me a strike. I ended up making a video about it and calling him out, and I was on the front page of Reddit for a few hours. Ironically enough, at the same time, the game designer for Call of Duty was having an AMA on Reddit. Thankfully, the Reddit community was behind me and my question was the top one on their AMA, and because everybody supported it, they ended up giving me an answer, which was a little bit confusing because it made zero sense whatsoever. What they were trying to say is that YouTube did it automatically because it picked up the keywords Black Ops 2 and hackers, and they thought that it was me promoting hacks. However, those silly boys didn't know that YouTube actually sent me an email which literally says party that sent the takedown notification. Party that sent. What does that mean? One MCN manager back then told me that this means that Activision strike my channel manually. They saw a video of their game going viral that would most likely hurt their sales, and they decided to take it down. They used their big corporation power to take advantage of a smaller channel, and it worked for them. Why did it work? Because the video was down for the entire 14 days. Basically, they submitted the strike. YouTube took down the video immediately, but was like, hey, you have 14 days to give us proof why we should have the video down. Of course, they didn't submit anything, but they still had my video down for 14 days. In terms of social media, and because the video was going viral, this basically meant eternity. Nobody remembers what they did 2 weeks ago or what article and what video they saw, and if it doesn't affect them, it just goes away. And that's exactly what Activision did. My video was down for 2 weeks. When it came back, it was deep inside people's subscribe boxes, like 2, 3, 4 pages in, and he was getting like 50 views a day after he came back up. That alone should be enough for me to hate Activision and never touch a Call of Duty game ever again. Which was ironic that they worked so hard to protect their image, but then they came out with Black Ops 3 and also Infinite Warfare, the worst games in the world. While it saddened me to see Call of Duty go down the drain, I was kind of happy to see Battlefield taking its place, and I'm sure some people even turned to Counter-Strike from COD. And yet, if you're still watching this video, you're gonna be thinking, why this game? I never answered the question. Growing up years ago, I never had money for a console, Xbox or PlayStation. As a matter of fact, for the longest time, I was gaming on an HP Pavilion that my parents bought from Best Buy. Gotta tell you, those integrated graphics were a beast. And back then, the thing that was kind of blowing up on YouTube was those gaming commentators. You had White Boy 7th Street, the old White Boy, not the new one, X-Jaws, Woody's Gamertag, who quit his job to do YouTube full-time, and even one of the smoothest voices on YouTube, C-Nanners. And I fell in love with the idea of doing something that you love on this platform and doing it for a living. You had the guys like White Boy, who at the time looked like they had nothing, and YouTube was giving them a possibility. Also had people like Woody, who had a job and a family, and they were giving that up to follow YouTube because it was possible. And all of this was possible of one game that I didn't even play. I didn't have money to buy a console, so all I could do was watch videos. Do you remember when Walmart used to have like a TV and a controller sticking out? That's where I used to go and try to play this game. And I was trying to do what these YouTubers were doing, and I was like, yes, I'm doing it too. But when I was finally able to play Call of Duty, and it was on PC, I still didn't have a console, and Modern Warfare 3 was out for a long time. It was a weird time because even the big Call of Duty YouTubers were complaining how bad Call of Duty was becoming. And yes, I tried COD 4 and even the remaster and a bunch others, but it was pretty much all going downhill fast for Call of Duty. All the futuristic stuff they were doing for Call of Duty, I had zero interest. When I heard they were making a World War version, I was like, what an original idea. I started seeing footage of it and I was like, that doesn't look all that bad. I might give it a go when the game comes out. But my wife was like, get the beta. And you know what? I'm very glad I did. Despite everything that happened with Activision, you can't hold grudges. I honestly really enjoyed this game. It brings out feelings, and it has feelings of what I fell in love with watching other YouTubers play. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. If they actually care about PC gamers and take care of us and not like Valve, I can see this game having a future in YouTube, in streaming, very possible esports. Honestly, it could be up there. But like everything else in the world, it all comes down to money. And I do know that their main thing is consoles and not PC. However, this beta has made me want to pre-order it, and if the game is gonna continue this way when it comes out and keep it this way, I'm gonna be playing this. I would love to know your opinions and your thoughts, and if you're gonna get the game or not. Love y'all very much, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.